the beautiful Harbor View Complex here in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's the U.S. Olympic Beach Volleyball Trials. Hi again, everybody, and welcome. Along with Paul Sunderland, I'm Chris Marlowe. This is arguably the most important tournament in beach volleyball history. And interestingly, Paul, it has nothing to do with money.
Well, it doesn't, and beach volleyball is synonymous with money over the last decade, certainly, but not here at the Olympic trials. It's about pride. It's about pursuing an Olympic dream that virtually all of these athletes had given up on until very recently, when beach volleyball became part of the Olympic program, and their dreams were rekindled, and now they have a chance to get in and go to Atlanta.
Roque and Denny Schubert-Knoop are 1 point away from going to the Atlanta Olympic Games. The underdog team up 14-11 on the favored squad of Linda Hanley and Barbara Fontana. This is the U.S. Olympic Beach Volleyball Trials. Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland, and there they go, back out to the sand. They need 1 point, Paul, 1 point to go to Atlanta.
Elaine Roque, a phenomenal age group track athlete, dreamt of being an Olympian, dreamt of being a long jumper, a runner. That went by the board, got to volleyball, and now 1 more point, and she's in as a volleyball athlete.
This is for Atlanta. If they, nope, not that time. So the first Olympic point, should we say, Olympic travel point, and Fontana will have it. However, we should say Hanley Fontana now on the good side.
On the good side. Roque and Schubert-Knoop better keep their composure and think about each and every contact of the ball, not to get too far ahead of themselves.
Little dink shot, good play by Roque, nice set by Denny Schubert-Knoop. So Denny Schubert-Knoop with 9 siblings, 7 brothers and 2 sisters. Match point number 2 to go to the Olympics.
Deep serve.
Trouble here. And they're going to get a swing at it. Oh! Fontana dribbles it over.
You know when you've got a big, easy ball coming to you. We've both been in that situation. You want it. They could taste it right there. Roque and Schubert-Knoop are thinking right now, okay, we're going to get this dig. All right, here's the swing for Atlanta, and they get no chance to even touch it.
Hanley with the serve, trailing 14-11. Hanley can't get there. Give another kill to Elaine Roque. Roque, 19 kills. And the big ace just moments ago to make it 14-11. Now, coming up, match point number 3.
Surprise serve to Hanley.
Down the line, Schubert-Knoop, no. Had her hand on it. So the third time, Hanley and Fontana have denied the team of Roque and Schubert-Knoop going to Atlanta.
The wind picks up just a little bit. Fontana should be in touch with that. Try to put a little extra on this jump serve. Schubert-Knoop, Elaine Roque taking a little extra time getting ready. Cleaning glasses, cleaning off some arms, making sure that they see this very clearly.
And Hanley Fontana trying to put the pressure on. Trailing 14-11. Schubert-Knoop blocked, free ball. Chance to go to 12. Hanley. No, Schubert-Knoop with a dig. Can she put it away? Yes!
That's been the story of the whole match. Fontana and Hanley have had opportunities, but Schubert-Knoop has been there every time. Hanley and Fontana have had 11 opportunities to score, only converted on 4 of them.
4th chance to go to Atlanta. Schubert-Knoop will serve it. Hanley got it. So Hanley and Fontana very steady at the moment.
Okay, I'm surprised, and I want to ask if you are, if they're serving Hanley. They've been scoring off Fontana, maybe sense that she was steadying out just a little bit and try to get back on Hanley.
11 serving 14. The game is to 15. Little dink. Hanley is there for point number 12. Yes.
14. With so much at stake, nobody's going to go quietly. And Linda Hanley, throughout the course of her career indoors or on the beach, one of the toughest clutch players ever, coming up with a big play defensively.
Timeout called, 14-12. When we come back to the U.S. Olympic Beach Volleyball Trials. 14-12 is our score. Elaine Roque and Denny Schubert-Knoop. They have had 4 chances to get an automatic Olympic berth. Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland.
Tough serve.
Linda Hanley and Barbara Fontana trying to catch up. The score is 14-12. This could be a point. Hanley. And Hanley puts it away. Hanley at 14-13.
Hanley making big plays. Schubert Knoop served for the match 4 times. They were up 14-11. They served Hanley. She sided out each and every time. Now comes through with a big jump serve to get within 1.
Serving Roquet. Tight. She's on top. And it's rejected! 5'6" Barbara Fontana ties it up at 14.
Fontana and Hanley were dead. At 14-11, they were dead and have crept back in, making big plays, and Hanley siding out under pressure.
14 all, win by 2. There is a cap of 17. Roquet. Fontana's blocking Roquet. Schubert Knoop. Oh, Hanley with a big dig to take the lead. Not yet.
Good set.
Schubert Knoop wheels it out of bounds. Now, 15-14, Hanley Fontana a chance.
This was a good set. Schubert Knoop thought the ball was set right on top of the tape. Nobody up there blocking, should have blasted into the sand. Devastated, but she's got to recover right now and side out here.
Hanley with her first chance to send her team to Atlanta. Roquet straight down.
Forget there's a 17-point cap in these matches. You can win by 1 if we're tied at 16.
Big play here, Paul. Roquet and Schubert Knoop need to get over 15-15, get back on the good side where their serves will work.
And going to Hanley once again.
And Hanley responded.
Don't get it. I don't get it. Hanley has always been tough, been so clutch. Everywhere she's played, I would not be serving her.
Second match point for Fontana Hanley to get that Olympic berth. And the put away.
Don't get that serve either. Schubert Knoop has made 1 hitting error the entire match. We just saw it. And they go to her there with the match on the line. Now back to Fontana. Watch Schubert Knoop get in her angle. Oh, good shot. I don't like this play anymore because Fontana, they're taking the sharp angle, but Fontana is very adept at hitting the ball into the deep corner. I would block and then just give Schubert Knoop the roll.
Third match point. Hanley will serve. Roquet, nobody there. Oh, and Hanley and Fontana are going to Atlanta.
Oh, my gosh.
Comes to Linda Hanley, Barbara Fontana. Vargas puts her hands together. Ladies and gentlemen, an historic moment in beach volleyball. A great match over there. Elaine Roquet and Lady Schubert Knoop are still alive. They'll have another opportunity to qualify. But Hanley and Fontana are joining.
Tremendous comeback.
Just hanging in. Hanging in. Fontana struggled. Schubert Knoop took a big lead. They were in command of this match at 14-11. But I think the biggest mistake they made was serving the ball way too many times to Linda Hanley when the pressure was really on. Here at match point, Linda Hanley and Barbara Fontana, by a ½ inch, are going to the Olympics.
Let's go down to Randy Rosenblum with the winners.
Barbara, does it get any sweeter than this?
No, it doesn't. I mean, that was a really tough match for us. They played very well. They challenged us the whole way through, and we tried to hang in there and show some heart, and it fell for us today. We're very excited.
Linda, some great clutch shots, but some very, very anxious moments.
It was tough, and Barbara reminded me the whole way that we just got to be patient. That's our game. And then the littlest player on the beach came up with 2 huge blocks. So what do you say? It's awesome.
You're going to Atlanta. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
They're on their way to the Centennial Olympics.
See many of you out there in your
Welcome to the Harborview Complex here in Baltimore, Maryland, getting ready for the U.S. Olympic Beach Volleyball Trials. Hi again, everybody. A couple of Beach Boys with you, Paul Sunderland and Chris Marlowe. Karchkarai, Kantstefas, the team of the 90s, the former kings of the beach, they are the big favorites in this one. However, Adam Johnson, Randy Stokos, the kind of team that could give Karch and Kent trouble.
Well, they can because of their ability to jump serve, and that with the injury to Randy Stokos, that's exactly what they need to do if they have any hope of winning. They're like a boxer who's got a very bad cut. He knows he can't go the distance, so he's got to go for the knockout punch, and every time they go back to the service line, they've got to rack up ace after ace. I think that's their only chance.
On the women's side, should be very interesting. Elaine Roquet and Denny Shuprit-Knoop. They are playing Gail Castro and Deb Richardson, two very evenly matched teams.
Well, they're very evenly matched, and this has got to be one of the most emotional matchups on the beach possible, whether it be at the Olympic trials or not. All four women, former teammates, they know one another very, very well. One team will move on to the Olympic Games. The other, of course, will go home. And, of course, Elaine Roquet and Denny Shuprit-Knoop, one swing away, one tape shot away from going to Atlanta, and now they have to play former friends and former partners for a berth in the Olympic Games. Let's pick up the action.
Welcome back to the U.S. Olympic Beach Volleyball Trials here in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm Chris Marlowe with my partner Paul Sunderland. This is a women's qualification match. Elaine Roquet and Denny Shuprit-Knoop got out to an 8-4 lead, but Gail Castro and Deb Richardson getting on to the good side, serving into the win, have chopped that to 8-7. That's where we stand right now. One game, winner goes to the Olympics, and the loser is eliminated. This is Shuprit-Knoop. She's wearing the black hat with the ponytail coming out the back. There is Denny Shuprit-Knoop, 40 years old. The oldest player in women's volleyball. Fabulous shape. And her partner, Elaine Roquet, with the serve. See the scoring on the good side, 10-5. And that's because of the wind. Heavy wind here today.
Oh, good shot.
Chopping.
Trouble with the float serve once again. You can see the difference. When the ball is coming at you knuckling, it's hard enough to pass as it is, but you add to that the wind velocity, little lighter volleyball, very difficult to control. Gail Castro, excellent cut shot.
Take a
to
look
escape.
At that. The Mikasa beach ball, the official ball of the Olympics that you spoke about a little bit earlier, being a little lighter. Oh, there's a big block. Richardson up high.
Richardson with a hanging block.
Another setting mistake, this time from Elaine Roquet. This ball is just set way too tight. Deb Richardson is tall and strong and is not going to let that ball get by. The ball's got to be set a foot, 2 feet off the net, maybe even a little bit more. Make the mistake back. Don't make the mistake too close to the net.
8-8.
Well, that's a big swing. Big swing. That ball, see, when the ball's set 4 feet back, at least you can swing, and the blocker's dropping off, doesn't know where to go defensively. But if you set that ball too tight to the net, look, this ball's 4 feet back, no problem. Big, hard swing.
Denny Shuprit-Knoop set to serve, born in Chicago, Illinois, went to North Central College, graduated back in 1978. 9 brothers and sisters. Said she always used to go to the park for vacation. No traveling, just to the park where they'd roughhouse and play sports.
Blue-collar family, no Hawaii vacations or down to Florida. With all those kids, a lot of mouths to feed. You go to the park, you divide up teams, and with all those brothers, I'll tell you, she was a high draft choice. And
well, you have 10 siblings. You put mom and dad in there, and you can go 6-on-6 beach volleyball. Gail Castro serving, 8-8.
Serving Shuprit-Knoop a lot right now.
I don't know why. She's banging the ball straight down.
I think they are because feel that in the beginning, you know, not passing the ball all that well and then putting the pressure on Elaine Roquet. You can put pressure on a team to side out, not just because of who's passing and hitting, but also who's setting the ball. And Roquet set a couple balls way too tight to the net early.
Castro off her former partner.
Side out back to Castro.
And the side out back to Richardson and Castro. As we mentioned earlier, all 4 women have played with each other. They're all great friends, and it's going to be a very emotional finish, whichever team wins. Roquet on 2, and she bounces it off the tape.
Not a bad idea, again, off what I think is a pass that's too high in these conditions. But Roquet, I don't have to set that if it's past 3-4 feet from the net.
Denny Shuprit-Knoop, one of the more intriguing names in beach volleyball. Castro. And here comes Shuprit.
That's good set.
And she canoops it off the tape.
Then it gets the roll.
How ironic it is that maybe a tape shot cost them a bid to the Olympic Games, hit off the bat of Barbara Fontana, and here to get off a stall offensively. They get the luck of the tape shot. At least some things come and go. Maybe that will prove to be the lucky difference in the end.
With the wind blowing, Schubert Knoop right there and her partner Roque have to get maybe 3, should get 4 points on the good side, don't you think?
Well, they're looking for the 12-8 side change right now. That's what they're thinking about. Anything less than that, and they'll feel the pressure when they go to the bad side.
Double contact called on Deb Richardson. Sue Lemaire says a double contact, so make it 10-8.
Setting rules in the FIVB Tour international situation, of course, that we'll see at the Olympic Games, much looser interpretation of the setting, and a lot of the men have had problems with that because it's called so strictly on the AVP Tour, but that one just a little bit too much trouble setting the ball.
Schubert Knoop serving into the net. I want to amplify on that for 1 second. On the FIVB Tour, they do call doubles, they do call lifts. What they do not call is spins, according to the FIVB officials director Bobby Clark. Spin is not called, and in the rule book it should not be called.
Well, I think that, and I have said for a long time, that I think that the AVP is maybe taking a little bit too far, taking it to absolute perfection setting the ball, and it's made too many players into bump setters, and I thought the FIVB had taken it a little bit too far the other way. Maybe they can meet in the middle after a while. Nice crank by Elaine Roque.
You cannot have perfection in beach volleyball setting anymore. You know why, Paul? Because
I knew you were going to say that.
10-8 for Elaine Roque.
All right.
I wasn't going to be your straight man for that one.
Elaine Roque, Denny Schubert Knoop up by 2.
Ooh, that's a bad set as well. Unforced errors back to back. And the last time after the throw from Deb Richardson, Denny Schubert Knoop missed her serve. Deb Richardson trying to set the ball with her hands, had the throw called before the double contact, and then this one set well off the net. Roque and Schubert Knoop got to settle down and serve this ball in the court after the timeout.
However, they lead by 3 and feeling optimistic. Back at the Olympic beach volleyball trials, a women's qualification match. The good side has been good, 16 points. The bad side has been bad, only 7 points. Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland. Roque and her partner Denny Schubert Knoop were up 8-4 and 11-8, but the lead has disappeared. Castro and Richardson scoring 4 in a row.
Doing it off some bad passes, putting a lot of pressure on Elaine Roque, who goes back to serve now.
12-11. Castro and Richardson have the lead. Roque and Schubert Knoop on your screen right there in the turquoise and black. Castro Richardson in blue. Castro, yes.
Yeah, detonating up the middle, and they're the one now with the momentum. They were down 11-8 on the bad side, and then the shank pass by Roque really gave them some life. Set play here, no block. Deciding way too early off the very good set from Deb Richardson.
12-11 our score. Okay, got it up, Richardson.
What's a cut?
And she puts it away.
Deb Richardson told me earlier today, the team that can hold it together from beginning till end will go to the Olympic Games, and they've been the ones that have played poorly at times, but as she said, held it together and are now just a couple of points away.
Yes, just 2 points away from making plane reservations.
Defensive play by Schubert Knoop, just spinning out of it. Look at the power, driving, fixes her lenses a little. You want to get a good look at this one, and they're at 13-12. That's a tight set. Can't get there. When the ball is set tight, invariably when you see the knuckles come out, it's got to go straight over the top. And if you're the defensive player, unless you've committed to the cross court, you got to get over there and get to the line side.
Gail Castro, Deb Richardson serving. Elaine Roque saying, wait a moment. Her partner, Denny Schubert Knoop, they're wearing turquoise and black. It's a game to 15. Castro and Richardson by 1. Winner goes to the Olympic Games. The loser goes home. There's once again the Sunderland knuckle pokey.
That one came out very late. That serve was really, really deep. That might have been a very crucial side out. Look at that. Almost hubby wife right on the back line. They get untangled. And a good set by Schubert Knoop, and Castro just guessed wrong and was late breaking.
Roque, one of the better servers in beach volleyball. And once again, the cut shot, it is wide open, and Castro utilizing it Castro with her 22nd kill. She's received 31 serves.
They untangle as well, a little back at you. But if I'm playing against Gail Castro, clearly her favorite shot is the cross-court cut when she needs a side out. You got to go and establish that she cannot hit the ball in that area. Just go stand there. Good set.
Okay. Castro is there.
Oh, that ball would have been long, I think.
Schubert Knoop on the run. Got it!
Who's going to hold it together and who's not going to give? None of these women out here.
Castro had the chance for the point.
There's the knuckle and the read by Castro up as quickly as she can. And then that ball, no spin on it whatsoever, but they say when it's close, you got to play it, particularly under these situations, and Schubert Knoop with a good choice.
Score remains 13-12, Castro and Richardson. Now Schubert Knoop and Roque on the good side, serving into the wind, and they're working on Castro. Oh, and the dig off Knoop.
That was the opportunity they wanted. No block, hit the ball right to Schubert Knoop. A little inside-out spin, didn't have a lot of true top spin on it, a little flail. Those are tough plays to make. But if you want to go to the Olympics, when you get a chance for the dig, you got to make that play.
99 times out of 100, I think Knoop would make that dig. She did not there. Castro serving, her team leading by 1. And she hits it out. Schubert Knoop dispatches it, as in dispatches it long, and now Gail Castro and Deb Richardson have match point and a chance to go to the Olympics. Tight set. This could be it. Richardson. And 4 contacts. Castro and Richardson saying it was a block.
Well, the block counts as a contact anyway. What they're saying was that it was not simultaneous, so they did not have 3 contacts thereafter. If it's simultaneous, then you have 3 contacts. There's 1.
Oh,
I think they're right.
Call.
That's a bad call. There's 2, absolutely. There's 3. It was Elaine Roque who actually blocked the ball.
Score is 14-12. That elusive last point hanging. Castro and Richardson are leading. Back at the U.S. Olympic beach volleyball trials, Gail Castro, Deb Richardson just 1 point away. However, Elaine Roque and her partner Denny Schubert Knoop have the ball, and they're on the good side. They have not been making much hay serving Gail Castro. What about serving Deb Richardson?
Well, I think you do 1 of 2 things. They've gotten such a pattern of serving Castro. They're serving the ball right to her, and she's adjusted and got into a groove. Change it up right now. Put some pressure right back on Deb Richardson, and they do that. She comes up, passes the ball pretty well.
She's off the net. Dig by Schubert Knoop. Chance for a point right here. No, Castro digs back. Castro to save a point. Schubert Knoop looking. And scoring!
14-14.
The experience and the wherewithal to change things up under pressure. Don't just stay in the pattern that you've been getting nowhere with.
14-13 now. Roque and Schubert Knoop trailing by 1.
Got to go back to Richardson.
Roque serving.
Yeah, good. Right there.
Richardson, dink, yes. Both teams are out of timeouts. And now Richardson and Castro, for the 2nd time, will serve to go to the Olympics.
14-13.
Nice shot. Schubert Knoop, Roque stay alive.
I'll tell you, the pressure is unbelievable. Every contact is the most important you've ever made.
Schubert Knoop serving. Who does she serve?
I go back to Richardson.
Okay.
They had a point-scoring opportunity, even though the last little shot dropped. She goes to Castro.
14-13. Castro cutting.
Got to take the angle. How many times are you going to slice off the angle? Especially under this sort of pressure, you're going to go back to your favorite shot.
3rd chance to go to the Olympics. Gail Castro will serve it. Had Olympic dreams when she was a little pup. Used to whack a tether ball around. Pretend she was a volleyball player. This is her chance. Roquet. Yes, Roquet. Wow.
That was really a difficult side out. Tough, short serve, and Roquet, just look at that, just barely gets the spatula down there, and then pressure set and hammers it through.
We're playing to 15, win by 2. There is a 17-point cap. Back to Castro. Bad set. Roquet. Castro is there. And the put away by Richardson. Good look by Deb Richardson.
And really smart play by Gail Castro. You're not going to make a play on this ball except just hit it up into the block, keep things alive.
Fourth opportunity to wrap this up, and the serve is long.
And that's the first serve they've missed in a long, long time. They have been doing a very good job of keeping the pressure on by taking a little off from the bad side and keeping the ball in play.
14-13. Castro and Richardson are ahead.
Easy serving.
Cross court, Super Canoe. Back to Castro, blocked. Richardson, yes. Okay, Richardson, she's got good vision.
She does, and that's a replay once again of the confrontation between the lifelong friends and old partners, Gail Castro and Elaine Roquet. Roquet stuffs the ball. It goes right back to the team of Richardson and Castro. If she could just block it 5 feet over their heads, they'd be tied.
For the 5th time, Castro and Richardson serving for the match. And going to the right side, back to her old partner. Jows, and that is it! That is it! Castro and Richardson are going to the Olympic Games.
Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. A great, great match out there. All 4 ladies giving it their heart and soul. And Gail and Deb victorious. They are our 3rd women's Olympic qualifier and will represent the United States of America at Atlanta Beach. Congratulations, ladies. Great job.
This at the end, not a perfect pass, but pretty good. This ball is set too tight to the net. Elaine Roquet up against Deb Richardson, just looking for the joust there. And I thought I saw a little bit of a net from Deb Richardson. Elaine Roquet thought the same thing, but you got to make the play. Was unable to cover. How many times did Roquet block the ball, and it went right back to Gail Castro?
Castro and Richardson are standing by with Randy Rosenblum.
Well, I'm getting hugged here. This is a happy tandem. Gail Castro, you guys held it together down early.
Oh, God, that was a tough match.
I
don't think you could have asked for anything tighter with these 2 teams. I think we all had a lot of pressure on us, and 2-point game, that's about what we expected to happen. I'm glad we were on top.
How much was the wind a factor in this match?
It was a baby factor. I think serving tough was the key, and on both sides, you just had to use the right kind of serve.
What about playing against former partners like you guys did, and you held it together against your former partners? You got to have a portion of your heart feeling for them as well.
Oh, yeah. It's a hard loss for them.
Congratulations and good luck in Atlanta.
Thanks.
You could see the emotion, guys. This is a tremendous team. We wish them well in Atlanta.
A field of 18 women's teams.
Gail Castro and Deb Richardson. They trailed 7-4. They trailed 11-8. They fought back, tied it at 11, went ahead at 13-12 and won it 15-13. We'll come back to Baltimore. The women's edition of the U.S. Olympic team has been set, and next we get to the men. Stay tuned.
I can't really think much yet.
Let's welcome